Hello everyone, my name is V from IELTS Speaking. Welcome to sample answers to recent test questions. This topic, wedding, has been frequently asked over the past couple of months. So if you're gonna take the test, this is the topic that you definitely have to prepare for. Now, let's the wedding begin. In this video, firstly, I'll introduce to you commonly used vocabularies to describe a wedding. They'll be in bold and be clearly pronounced and explained. After that, I will guide you through a related Part 2 topic by suggesting ideas to answer each question. To end, there'll be a complete talk as an example for you. Shall we start? Well, as you know, for the introduction, we need to go straight to the point, but don't forget to reintroduce the topic. But also, remember that you have to paraphrase the key words from the cue card. So in this case, I would replace the word wedding from the topic with a wedding reception. A reception is a party, but a really big and formal one. And I will also replace attend with be invited to. So the introductory sentence would be something like this. Okay, I'm gonna tell you about a wedding reception that I was invited to a few years ago that made a profound impression on me. To tackle the first question, which is whose wedding it was, you focus on your relationship with the bride or the groom. Maybe you want to add how long you've known each other. You shouldn't spend a lot of time on this question, so keep your answer short and straight to the point. For example, you can say something like this. I'm a friend of the bride. Actually, we've been soulmates since high school. If you still have time, and if you want, you can prolong your answer a little bit by adding something like, so as you can imagine, I had to be there on a big day, no matter what. Moving on to the next question, who were there? You have to ask yourself and answer two sub-questions. How many people were there in total and who they are, or how they are related to the bride and the groom. Well, as I said before, you need to replace the word attend with the synonym. So you can say be present at. Make sure that you pronounce this word present with the stress on the first syllable. Or you can say be invited to, or someone received the invitation to the wedding, or the attendees included. Maybe, for example, the bride and the groom's best friend. Attendee, with the stress on the last syllable. A complete answer can be something like this. It was a cozy wedding with the participation of no more than 100 guests, I think. So only people with close-knit relationships were invited. Of course, the bride and the groom's families and relatives were indispensable, and so were the lifelong friends. A cozy wedding is a small but intimate wedding. The bride is the woman who's getting married, and the groom is her future husband. Alright, next question. What happened? You focus on the activities that the bride and the groom as well as the guests did. Here are some ideas for you. First, dress up. To dress up means to put on formal and gorgeous clothes for a special occasion. Behold wedding albums. To behold means to watch, usually with admiration. To mingle with somebody means to spend your time talking to different people at a public event. Walk along the aisle. The aisle is a long and narrow space between two rows of chairs in, for example, a church or an airplane. A vow, a wedding vow, is a serious promise. We don't say a wedding promise, but a wedding vow. To resound means to be full of. So to resound in cheers and applause means the room is full of yay, bis bis, that's cheers. And applause is the sound that you make when you put your hands together. A banquet has a similar meaning to a reception. I mean, it means a big and really formal party. To propose a toast to someone or something means to raise your glass, usually your glass of wine, to show your best wishes or your respect to someone. And you ask people around you to do the same thing. To carouse means to drink alcohol or beer and then laugh and then talk to each other in quite a loud way. Last but not least, how you felt. First, it's a good idea to talk about how you felt for the bride and the groom, something like, oh, I was really happy for them. And also, you may want to talk about what you thought about your wedding when you attended that wedding. Last but not least, I think maybe we can leave some comments on the party, whether it was a blast, for example. In detail, you can say there was a mixture of feelings inside you. For example, it was your honor and pleasure to be the bridesmaid. A bridesmaid is a girl or a woman that helps the bride before and during the wedding. And if it's the guy, we use the word best man. It was also your honor and pleasure to witness the lovebirds tie the knot. Lovebirds are two people crazily in love with each other. To tie the knot is an idiom that means to get married. Mr. Right is a perfect man, got for a relationship. Ups and downs is a plural noun phrase, always in the plural form. That means all of the happy and unhappy moments that people have been through. So, you can say, I was really touched because my friend, after all, found her Mr. Right after a lot of ups and downs. Or you may say, I was really elated. That means you were really, really excited and happy when you imagined yourself in a gorgeous wedding gown. The party was a blast. That means it was really successful, enjoyable, and great fun. I really appreciated the chance to reunite with my friends. To reunite with means to get together with someone, usually after a long time not seeing each other. Now's the time for my complete talk. Let's get started. Okay, let me tell you about a really impressive wedding reception that I've ever been invited to. I am a friend of the bride. Well, actually, we've been soulmates since high school. The wedding reception was just a cozy one with the participation of approximately 100 guests, I think. I guess only people with close-knit relationships with the bride and the groom received the invitation. And of course, the attendees included the bride and the groom's family members and relatives. They were indispensable, as you know, and so were the best friends of the two families. Everyone dressed up and arrived quite early at the venue so that we could have more time to take photos with the bride and the groom or behold the wedding albums. When the ceremony actually began, the bride and the groom walked along the aisle hand in hand and they exchanged vows. At that time, the venue resounded in cheers and applause. And as soon as the banquet started, people proposed a toast to the newlywed couple, and later on we caroused with each other. Personally, I was really elated to witness the lovebirds tie the knot after a lot of ups and downs, and it was also my honor and pleasure to be there on my friend's big day as a bridesmaid. The party was a real blast to me. Well, at least it was a chance for me to reunite with my long lost friends. And there's another reason that made the reception really special to me. That is, it was the very first beach wedding that I've ever attended. So it created a very profound impression on me, honestly. And that's 2 minutes. Well, as you know, in reality, we don't have enough time to make such a detailed outline. So this is something like a mission impossible in reality, but I decided to put every word here very clearly without using any abbreviations because I want to make sure that you can keep track of the ideas and the talk easily. Alright, that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and for more lessons, please go to facebook.com/speakenglishwithivy. See you in the next lesson. Bye!